All right, Sunday night. Here we are again.
Hi, everybody.
It's been a nice weekend.
Yeah,
Gotten a lot of Farkle in.
It's been a complex weekend.
Yeah. Wedding, other things. How often does that happen?
Ties.
And we've cheated on you guys.
Yeah.
We played a couple games earlier.
We played some Farkle at the lake,
And we weren't filming.
oh
Oh my gosh, look at that first roll.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why I came out that way. 1500. That's a straight. No, it's not. Just thought I'd make you look.
Let's not get carried away.
1650. I don't know why I keep going. I think I'll stop at 1650.
With 4 dice?
You know what?
I'm not a statistician, but I would say that the odds are with you.
Yeah, but I'd agree, but I don't. Greedy.
It's easy for me to say when it's your turn.
Yeah.
I'll take 650. You don't want to give me a hard time about the statistics?
Oh, it doesn't even cross my mind. Give you a hard time. Oh yeah, because I don't need
What
to
the
give
beep
you.
beep beep?
I don't need to give you a hard time when I'm laying down rules like that. 2500. Oh, thank
Farkle.
goodness, 2550. I'm probably just gonna stick with that, even though statistically
2,500.
I'm at 4,200 on my second roll. Thank you very much.
Ouchie, mama. What did I get? I got 200.
200.
300. Farkle.
Let's see. Everything in the frame there? Yeah. So, yeah. Interesting weekend.
That wedding was good. Did we talk about that wedding in the last
Well, we didn't
episode?
talk about it a lot. Only that it was at this great museum. The food was funny.
The food was funny. We had a funny time.
Yeah, they did like these family-style entrees once we sat down for dinner. And so it was kind of, I almost felt like the staff didn't really know what to do. 500.
Yeah, and the table setup was weird. It was like a big U. It was like
Right.
150 people on both sides of this U-shaped table. And we were sitting right at the very end.
Which was key.
Which was good because the kitchen came out right here. And we just got the first of everything.
Yeah.
But they were still figuring out the system when they went to us.
Like they had like 4 servers, 3 servers on our side of the room, and they each had these family-style plates of stuff. And it was weird. The first thing that came out was like fried green tomatoes under a bed of mixed
I'm still
greens.
not convinced those were fried green
I
tomatoes.
think they were. I could see them coming out of the breading anyways. And those were really tasty, but
Yeah,
they were the servers were kind of like, is there enough food for everybody? So they placed like one at our end, and then they placed one like 8 people down the thing. So we were taking these tiny portions.
Yeah, we were trying to be conservative. But
And,
then,
right. And then they bring out potatoes and green beans. Like little fingerling or mini potatoes and green beans. So we
multicolored
started
potatoes.
putting those on our plates.
Those were
And
good too.
those were tasty, but I'm like, this is the side to some entree. Then they brought out, not fried chicken, but boneless, sort of
Yeah,
not
weird
grilled,
little
baked
medallions
chicken.
of chicken
Yeah.
like this big.
And then they, we didn't score it all, right? I was too busy talking.
No, I
Okay.
farkled.
And so I'm like, okay. And then they brought out like this succotash, but they didn't give any to our end of the table.
What is succotash?
I don't know. It looked to me
They
like
call
it was
that ratatouille
corn.
where I come
Oh,
from.
maybe that's what it was. It was corn, and it was zucchini and tomato.
I'll take 350. Gotta make some kind of score here.
And right, but they didn't like drop the plate at our end. Oh, the funny thing was there was this little plate that had a pyramid of butter balls.
Oh, yeah,
like
right.
little 1-inch butter balls. And I'm a huge fan of butter, so I'm keeping my eye on this thing. And we were wondering, so there's that first salad with the fried green tomatoes, and there's the potatoes and the green beans, and there's the chicken, and there's this weird
And then
ratatouille.
one of the waitresses said there was biscuits coming.
Well, so no. First, this waitress was taking away everybody's plates of butter balls,
right.
and we're like, wait a second, because we're waiting for what's supposed to go with that butter. 350, and so we convinced that waitress to leave our plate of butter there.
Right.
We're scheming like, okay, if this was the end of the world, we'd have to share with everybody in the room. And
500.
and finally, then they put down a plate of honey butter, like a little scoop of honey butter.
550.
Okay.
Right.
So, and then one of the servers, like the head waitress, told us a bunch of biscuits were coming. We're like, oh yeah. So when the like ratatouille came by, I wasn't really worried about it. And then there was the plate of shrimp and grits.
Oh yeah,
How were those
shrimp
grits?
and grits. The grits were delicious. I'm not a fan of shrimp, so I didn't eat the shrimp, but the grits were good.
Just
Which is
300.
weird because Hartford, Connecticut, good grits, it's not a thing.
I mean, there were people at the table going, "What are grits?" Like
That's
this is
true.
this is what
They had
happens in the north.
They never had
Nobody
grits.
like there's a percentage of people who have no idea what they are. Huh.
700. They were good though.
So right. So then there was too much food. Then they brought a salad. Then they brought out like regular mixed green salad.
And they brought this big like bucket of biscuits.
Right.
But then they took it away.
Well, they were kind of like, oh, but we need some down here.
Yeah.
So right, it was very like I swear that was a 6. How?
No, that was
I'm
not a
rolling that
6.
back.
Come on.
Why did my brain think that was 6? I'll take the 700 either way. I'm okay with that.
I'll tell you, when we upload this, we'll look at that and we'll double check, and if so, we'll make an addendum to the video.
Okay, yeah, we'll edit because people.
But I really
because
doubt
the
it.
public really want to know. So, but I thought the weirdest thing was that they brought that salad out at the end, and it was almost like they were like, "Oh, shoot, we
Forgot
forgot the
this.
salad. Let's bring it out now." It was just like everybody.
Oh,
It was
darn.
very awkward. Do you have 3 threes? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
and
throwing?
then I farkled.
What do we got
Jeez.
here? I got 800.
Zah.
And I thought that was 3 5s. I'm not seeing straight tonight. 8, 9, 1,000, 1,100.
Jeez, I'm way behind here.
71.50.
I have to pull the goalie, everybody.
50.
I think it's time.
Pull it.
Catch up or give up.
All right. So food was good, and then I'm like, remember, there's cake. Oh, but there wasn't going to be cake. There was this
We
little
heard
cake.
there was going to be donuts, which
We heard
is
there was gonna be donuts.
disappointing for me.
It's not an uncommon thing in our town. It's the second wedding we've been to, at least, that had donuts.
Somebody's mowing their lawn while we're recording this video. How dare they?
How dare they? Remember Matt and Sarah's wedding? Like 5 months
I
after
guess I'll,
ours.
no, I can't take the 350 if I'm pulling my goalie, can I?
Hey, Valentino. There you go.
450. 550. Oh yeah. Pulling the goalie. 550.
And a Farkle.
No. 657.
Wait a second. 556. 7, you're right. Sorry.
700.
Yep.
Ah, that really hurt. Could you just give me a second
To recover.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, I get my meaty hands off the playing board.
So, and they cleared our plates pretty quickly.
I did.
So,
that's
like,
true.
we couldn't, I mean, all of our silver. So everybody else was doing the thing to make them kiss. And I'm confused. This is my second roll. I'm
Yes.
not paying attention. That's I'll take 350. So we were sitting there. I mean, they had this staff that was just, their job was to take away all the stuff that looked like it wasn't being used anymore. Your glasses, your silverware.
And I was right on the edge of drinking too much.
Which
I
was fun because
Oh, another Farkle.
because we were joking about things you would do if you really were like a rambunctious drunk.
Right, but I wasn't quite a rambunctious drunk. I
And
was
you were
just on
sitting
the
next
edge.
to your super straight-laced coworker.
Yeah, who I like to freak out because she is so
400.
conservative and so. Well, she's not conservative in a political way, but she's conservative in a.
600. Yeah. And just like
I don't know what way.
I was describing you two as the two in the department that want there to be rules and want them to be followed and want there to be structure.
Yeah.
Because nobody else you work with.
How many points do I have?
You've got 2250.
Ouch.
So that's why I think you guys work well together, because you both need your feet on the need everybody to have their feet on the ground that you work with, and nobody
And
else
no
does.
one does.
bunch
Nice.
of creatives.
See that, everybody?
We saw
I'm pulling
that.
the goalie. 200, 350.
All right, just don't Farkle it away like you did in that nice 800 a few turns ago. Holy. Nope.
650. Well, sometimes, when you pull the goalie, you lose the game.
You lose the game.
But you got to pull the goalie
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, you're going to lose the game or you lose the game. Those are your options.
Right.
Wait, no. The another option is to win the game. So by pulling the goalie, you add the option of potential winning instead of absolutely losing. Maybe I should change the name of this channel to Pull the Goalie.
No, because the themes will evolve, and everybody's going to get a little tired of that one.
You're already tired.
I'm already tired of it. 400. So, so the plates and stuff were taken away. The food was done, and we took a turn around that amazing room with all the great art. And then by the time we got back to where the bar was, I saw Barry. I saw Barry like elbows deep in a piece of cake, and I'm like, oh, there's cake.
Right.
So I went and got myself, because there was this little tiny. It looked tiny in comparison to the 80 people in the room. A small, probably 5 or 6 inch diameter one layer, and then maybe like an 8 or 10 inch diameter, and that was it for their cake.
Yeah, tiny little. I think that was just a showcase.
It was kind of a show cake. Like you have to have some cake at a wedding.
Cut. But I didn't see them cut. They didn't cut anything.
When did they cut? After the first dances with their parents. Or
really? Where was I? Getting another drink?
Yes.
I was drinking these bourbon sours. So delicious. That's a problem when the drinks are delicious.
Yeah, so then donuts, and there were little petit fours, and there were macaron, and there were these things that looked like muffins, like a big blueberry muffin, but they were actually, I think, cupcakes.
Did you eat them?
With an enormous amount of interesting frosting on top.
It looked like the cupcakes were melting into the plate.
Well, they were kind of falling over, I think, in the weight.
300.
The weight of the frosting on them. Yeah, lawn mowing Sunday night. 350. This is basically not called Paul and Sarah play Farkle. It's like, let's just watch Sarah play Farkle.
I'm gonna get a big roll right here.
It's not a small roll.
Yeah, it pretty much is a small roll. 450. Come on. Come on. Come on, monkey.
Whatever that means.
That's what Tasker says when he's getting one. It's supposed to be good luck.
Oh. 300. So now we're getting to where I'm above 9,000. So I'm just going to get as close to 10,000 as I can. Oh.
Just finish the game.
600. 700. Whoa.
I mean, you don't have to play that game. I'm 8,000 points behind.
All right, well, and again, we're not playing the Farkle. I think there's a Farkle rule. If you Farkle 3 times in a row, there's some penalty, but we're not doing that. I think that's a 1,500 right there.
What?
So that's 11,000 right there, if I scored that. I'm going to roll again.
Hold on. I have to explain to our audience about sighing audibly.
Oh, yeah?
It sounds like this.
Don't sigh audibly at me. Is the proper response in the household. So that was 1,500. Well, that would have been so awesome if that was another 1,500. 1,750.
It would have been awesome.
I'm going to stop at 1,750. 11,250. Okay.
Okay, so how many points do I need to tie?
You need 9,000 to tie.
Exactly?
Yes. You can do that.
Okay.
Almost a straight.
Almost doesn't count.
Right there, you just need 8,800 more.
50 points at a time.
I don't know how that happened.
I'm sorry you had to watch that, everybody.
He had a really good game, though, earlier.
Score.
He had a really good game earlier.
Painful game for me.
He won, and every turn was a pretty high-scoring turn.
That was at the lake.
That was at the lake. I'm trying to think of which one was it. I beat you on that one.
Is that the same paper you had at
Yeah.
the lake?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
anyway.
he did
We'll see you
win
next
earlier.
time on
Paul and Sarah play Farkle. See ya.